Everybody, welcome to Chic on the Cheap this week. My sister helped me out with another dress redo project. As you can see, we took an old formal dress into a new party dress. Since it was prom season, I thought I would try to do something kind of prom-ish. So this is a dress that I started with. It's velvet on top and Christmas below. And this just goes to show you can find lots of old dresses that you could turn into fun new dresses. Here's kind of a detail of the back, has a big bow on the back, but the velvet was in really good shape, and so it was something that I wanted to use. And the Christmas material, even though it's very distinctly Christmas, I decided to actually save it for another project. So my first step was to take off all of the Christmas material, so I removed the skirt of the dress just by using my seam ripper and cutting that seam off right where the bodice met the skirt. And then after that, I knew I wanted to shorten the sleeves on the dress, so I marked off where I wanted to cap the sleeves at, and I trimmed both the sleeves back, and then I folded that under and sewed them so they had a nice finished edge, and I was left with this, just a velvet bodice. So from here, I knew I wanted to add a new skirt to it, and since color blocking is kind of in right now, I decided to go with a completely different color. I used this old dress that somebody gave me to cut up, and I cut the bottom part of the dress off. I cut off a little more than I actually needed, just so I would have a little room to work with. Here's about how much that I cut off, and from here I just took those. It was a lining piece and an outer kind of sheer piece, and I took those to my sewing machine and just did a gathering stitch on them and gathered them up just like this. If you want to see how to do a gathering stitch, I think I have a tutorial on that in an apron video that I made, so you can go search for that and look for it. After this, I had Megan put on the velvet bodice and put it on inside out. And then I put right sides together, so I had actually the lining facing me and the sheer part on the inside, and I just pinned that skirt to the velvet bodice right where I wanted it to be, and then I sewed it in place. And that pretty much finished the dress. I did decide to steal one of the sashes from that blue dress, and I kind of wanted to create a cool little detail on the back of the red velvet dress, so I added 2 buttonholes to the back of the dress and just looped it through and created a bow in the back to give it some little pizzazz. And here's the finished dress. It's kind of a fun retro kind of 80s throwback party dress with some color blocking in it, and just kind of a fun cheap way to make a prom dress. So here's the before and after. And if you are looking for a prom dress for this season, I would highly suggest go to Goodwill, look through their dresses. You might be able to find an old formal dress like this that you can cut up and redo for yourself. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you right back here next week.